Hi, I'm Logan. I started working when I was just 16, right after my dad passed away. Now at 28, I've built a decent life. But man, the things my own family put me through, let me tell you about it. You're such a blessing, honey. My mom, Linda, would say this every time she needed something. Today was no different as she sat at our kitchen table, bills spread out in front of her. The electric company is threatening to cut us off again. Could you help just this once? Just this once. The same phrase I'd heard at least 20 times this year. Mom, what happened to the money I gave you last month? Your sister Sarah needed new work clothes. She's trying so hard at her new job. Speaking of Sarah, she bounced into the kitchen right then, showing off what looked like a designer purse. Hey, big bro, like my new bag? Got it on sale. My stomach twisted. Work clothes, huh? Logan, you're doing so well now with that promotion. Senior manager, your father would be so proud. Mom's voice cracked perfectly on cue. I rubbed my temples, remembering my conversation with Uncle Pete yesterday at his office. Kid, you're enabling them. I've seen this pattern before. They're taking advantage of your good heart. Uncle Pete had always been straight with me. He'd offered me my first job at his company, taught me everything I knew about business. The doorbell rang. My Aunt Rachel walked in, her face tight with concern. She hugged me, whispering, "We need to talk." Later that evening in Aunt Rachel's garden. Logan, honey, I saw Sarah at the mall yesterday. 3 shopping bags from high-end stores. She was bragging to her friends about how easy it is to guilt you into giving her money. But she said she needed help with rent. Wake up, sweetie, they're using you. Linda's been doing this since you were 16. Remember when you worked double shifts at the restaurant? She bought a new TV that month. My phone buzzed. Another text from Sarah. Hey bro, hate to ask but I'm in a tight spot. You don't owe them your whole life, Aunt Rachel said softly. Your mother's playing the victim while she's actually the one hurting you. I stared at the text, remembering all the extra hours, the missed social events, the delayed dreams, all to keep my family afloat. Or so I thought. Uncle Pete and I are here for you, Aunt Rachel squeezed my hand. But you need to start protecting yourself. Another text from Mom. Honey, the electric bill isn't the only thing. We might lose the house. I felt that familiar pull to rescue them, but Uncle Pete's words echoed in my mind. Sometimes love means letting people face their own consequences. Little did I know, their manipulation was about to reach a whole new level. But that's where this story really begins to get interesting. I was checking my banking app during lunch when my heart nearly stopped. A $3,000 charge at Nordstrom? I never shopped there. Scrolling further, I found charges from Sephora, Apple Store, and multiple restaurant bills I didn't recognize. Hey, we need to talk about this right now. I called Sarah, trying to keep my voice steady. Can't talk, I'm at work. Really? Because according to my credit card, you're spending thousands at Nordstrom. Silence then. What are you talking about? I would never use your card without asking. But I'd already seen her Instagram story, showing off a new iPhone and designer clothes, posted just hours after those charges. I drove straight to Mom's house. Sarah was there, wearing the exact outfit from the Nordstrom charge. How could you do this to me? Do what? I bought these with my own money. Sarah crossed her arms, but I caught the nervous glance she shot at Linda. Logan, honey, why are you attacking your sister? She's been working so hard. Mom stepped between us. Working hard at maxing out my credit card, you mean? Are you calling your sister a thief after everything we've done for you? I nearly choked. Everything you've done for me? We gave you purpose. Who would you be if you didn't have us to take care of? That's when I noticed Mom's new laptop on the counter, matching another mysterious charge on my statement. I called Uncle Pete from the car, my hands shaking. Deep breaths, kid. Come to my office. We'll figure this out. At his office, Uncle Pete pulled up my credit history. Logan, this is worse than we thought. There are 3 credit cards opened in your name in the past month. That's impossible. Look at the addresses, all registered to your mom's house. My phone buzzed with a text from Sarah. You're being dramatic. Family helps family. Another from Mom. Your father would be so disappointed in your selfishness. Uncle Pete looked grim. They've crossed a line. This is identity theft. But they're family. Family doesn't destroy your financial future. I've got a friend at the bank's fraud department. We need to document everything. Later that night, I overheard Sarah on the phone through her bedroom window. Yeah, I got the new iPhone. Logan's such a pushover. Just had to cry about needing money for car repairs. Mom's even better at it than me. Got us 3 new credit cards. I recorded everything on my phone, feeling sick. We deserve nice things too, Mom's voice joined in. He makes all that money and keeps it to himself. Besides, he'll forgive us. He always does. My phone buzzed. Aunt Rachel. Found more evidence. Your mom's been opening store cards in your name too. Come over tomorrow. We need to make a plan. I sat in my car, staring at the house where I'd sacrificed everything to keep my family afloat. Now I knew. They'd been drowning me instead. Uncle Pete texted, "Time to stop being their ATM. Got all the documentation ready. Your move, kid." I didn't sleep that night, but I made my decision. Family or not, this ends now. The bank fraud investigator spread out all the documents on her desk while I sat there, still processing everything. Looking at these transactions, Mr. Logan, this is a clear pattern of identity theft. Uncle Pete leaned forward. What's our next step? Keep acting normal. We need more concrete evidence of their awareness of the fraud. I played my part perfectly. That evening at Mom's house. Hey, Mom, I'm thinking of getting a second credit card. Any advice? Oh, honey, those high limits are so tempting. I might have gotten a bit carried away myself lately. What do you mean? Nothing. Say, could you help with some bills again? I made sure my phone was recording. Didn't I just give you money last week? Well, Sarah's car broke down. Sarah walked in right then, carrying several shopping bags. Hey, bro, don't worry about my car. Got it covered. With what money? Oh, been saving up. Later that week, Sarah visited Aunt Rachel, not knowing she was recording everything for me. Honestly, Aunt Rachel, it's too easy. Logan's such a softie. We just drop hints about bills or emergencies and boom, instant cash. And those credit cards, Mom's idea was genius. What credit cards, sweetie? We found Logan's social security card in Mom's old files. Opening new cards was a piece of cake. Mom says he owes us anyway, after Dad left us with nothing. And Logan doesn't suspect? Please, he's too busy playing hero. Mom's gotten so good at the guilt trips, she should win an Oscar. Meanwhile, Uncle Pete and I met with his lawyer friend. These recordings, bank statements, and credit reports make a solid case. But there's something else you should see. He pulled up Mom's shopping history, dozens of online orders, maxed out store cards, secret P.O. boxes. Your mother has a serious shopping addiction. She's not just stealing from you. She's drowning in debt herself. My phone buzzed. Mom again. The power company's threatening to cut us off. I played along. I thought I paid that last month? Well, things came up. Like those new designer shoes you're wearing? Silence then. Don't you dare judge me. I deserve nice things after everything I've been through. Uncle Pete squeezed my shoulder. Almost there, kid. The bank's fraud department has everything they need. That night, I got a text from Sarah. Hey, need to borrow your card for an emergency. Sorry, can't find it anywhere. No worries, I'll just use one of the others. What others? The ones Mom... Never mind. Got her. Every conversation, every text, every transaction, all documented. The next morning, Aunt Rachel called with the final piece. Sarah just confessed everything to me. I recorded it all. She bragged about how they've been manipulating you for years. Are you ready for what comes next? I looked at the stack of evidence on my desk. Bank statements, credit reports, recordings, text messages. Years of manipulation and theft, all laid bare. Yeah, I'm ready. Time to end this. The police station was quieter than I expected when I filed the report. 2 officers went through my evidence while Uncle Pete sat beside me. This is extensive identity theft, Mr. Logan. Multiple fraudulent credit cards, unauthorized charges. We'll need to bring your family in for questioning. I watched through the 2-way mirror as they interviewed Sarah first. Those cards? Logan said we could use them. It was a family agreement. Do you have proof of this agreement? Well, no, but he's my brother. He's just doing this for attention. Then came Mom's interview. My son is confused. I raised him alone, sacrificed everything. Now he's trying to hurt us because he's jealous of our happiness. The detective slid her credit card statements across the table. Ma'am, you opened 6 credit cards in your son's name. That's a felony. But we're family. You can't arrest me for taking care of my family? Later that week, the local news picked up the story. Prominent businesswoman Linda and daughter arrested for systematic identity theft. My phone exploded with messages from family friends. How could you do this to your mother, after everything she sacrificed? Then Aunt Rachel posted the recordings on social media. Listen to how they bragged about stealing from him. Judge for yourselves. The tide turned quickly. Mom's country club membership was revoked. Sarah lost her job. Their friends disappeared. You can stay with me as long as you need. Uncle Pete helped me move my essentials to his guest house. The credit repair specialist will be here tomorrow. Sarah called from the county jail. Please drop the charges, I'll pay you back. Like you paid back the $47,000 you stole? That's not fair, we're blood. Blood doesn't steal identity. Mom tried next. I'm your mother, I'll be homeless. Should have thought about that before opening fake credit cards. Aunt Rachel brought over dinner and credit reports. Your score dropped 200 points, but we can fix this. It'll take time, but you're free now. The court date arrived faster than expected. Sarah got 3 years probation and mandatory financial counseling. Mom faced stiffer penalties due to being the mastermind, 18 months in prison. Your Honor, they're my children, Mom wailed during sentencing. Mrs. Linda, you systematically destroyed your son's financial future while playing the victim. The court shows no sympathy. 6 months later, I sat in my new apartment, looking at my improving credit score. Uncle Pete and Aunt Rachel came by to celebrate. Just got word, Mom's appeal was denied. And Sarah? Working minimum wage, complaining about how unfair life is. You know they'll try to come back once Mom's out. Aunt Rachel poured the champagne. They're not my problem anymore. My new phone number works great. My promotion to regional manager came through last week. The office gossip about my family drama died down. My real family, Uncle Pete and Aunt Rachel, helped me build boundaries and self-respect. Looking at my peaceful home, healthy bank account, and 0 unauthorized charges, I realized something. Sometimes the best revenge isn't about getting even. It's about getting free. To freedom, Uncle Pete raised his glass. To freedom indeed. And to finally understanding that real family lifts you up. They don't steal your wallet while hugging you. Hey everyone, what would you do if you discovered your own mother and sister had been systematically stealing your identity and manipulating you for years? Would you press charges like I did, or try to handle it privately within the family? There's no easy answer when it comes to family betrayal. Some say blood is thicker than water, but others believe enabling toxic behavior just leads to more pain. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever had to choose between protecting yourself and protecting family? What did you do? If you enjoyed this story of family drama and justice served, hit that like button and subscribe for more real-life stories that'll make you think. Your support means everything. Stay strong out there. Sometimes the hardest choices lead to the best outcomes.